Prophet Samson Ayorinde, the man that will build Nigeria, will come from southeast. Wow. So this prophet is a Yoruba man, but he's talking about southeast. And is it prophesying, or is it predicting, or is it saying his feeling based on the trend of things? We don't know yet. Prophet Samson Ayorinde is the founder World Bible Church with headquarters in Ojota. Now, in his interview with the Vivian Onyebukwa, the architect turned clergyman, spoke on the state of the nation. President Tinubu's government, economy, security, and ways to make the country better. He also talked about the church at 28 and plans of setting up the place of worship as a global village. Now, what can the government do to tackle the high cost of living as a result of bad economic situation in the country? And then he responded, we know that the situation has been very precarious for a long time, and many people did not want to take the bull by the horns. We are blessed with the present President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is God's appointed for this present hour, as shown with all my previous predictions for the past 14 years. The Lord had told me about him becoming the president of this country, and it is not hidden news. This is the man appointed for this particular time. I want to appreciate all Nigerians for our resilience, tolerance, and forbearance. If what has happened in these last 2 months had been in many parts of the world, those countries would have been on fire and on rampage. But Nigerians are resilient and tolerant, and we adjust. It is painful. A lot of people are dying. People are frustrated. What the government needs to do is to look seriously into the plight of the people, not necessarily doling out 5,000 or 8,000 naira per family, even though they have made up their mind to go along with that policy. But it goes nowhere. This funding should have been used in getting amenities, infrastructure, like generating more electricity, raising up modular refineries that will serve the populace. Instead of building massive refineries, they could go on for modular refineries that could not do more than 20,000 to 30,000 barrels per day, which can be in 6 geopolitical zones. There is no geopolitical zone that does not have crude oil in Nigeria. So the existing refineries should be made to work. There are 3 already, so they need to produce 2 or 3 more, because once one is already in Nasarawa under construction. These refineries should not be run by the government. Privatized so that it becomes self-sustained, and then it could work. Then give each of them a mandate to make certain level of revenue to the government as internally generated revenue. This will help us. Nigeria has one of the most fertile soils on earth, and we are yet to cultivate 60 to 70% of it. So Nigeria can feed the world. Nigeria is bigger than Ukraine. Nigeria's soil is better than that of Ukraine, and you can see the volume of grains that is coming from Ukraine. Population of Ukraine is 40 million, while that of Nigeria is 200 million or over. We need to bring in massive machinery that will make farming easy and interesting. Once there is a greater supply and demand remains the same, price will drop. We are blessed with solar panel. We can generate enough electricity from solar as well as from gas. The volume of gas in Nigeria is enough to serve the whole of Europe, and we would still have more than excess. Now that the world is looking towards Nigeria, we should not allow us to be distracted by anything such as the war in Niger. It is not our business taking our troops to go and fight a war that we must avoid. It is not as if we are not concerned about what is happening in Niger, but it is diplomacy. confrontation argument will only end up in diplomacy. Okay, we should learn from what is happening between Russia and Ukraine. We should also look at what is happening between America and Iraq and Afghanistan. When they try to impose their government, they will end up losing at both ends. It does not make sense. So the president must be advised and he needs to really listen to his men and to us too. We are not ready for war. In war, everybody suffers. So we should pull the soldiers back. We have enough terrorists in the forest that they need to go and combat within the country's territory, making our farmers to be secured to farm instead of to be kidnapped. So they can map out the whole of this country within 2, 3, 4 weeks, and peace will reign in Nigeria, and everybody would go about their businesses. So we want the government to look at the area of what would go around all, rather than a privileged few. So in 2 months now, we have saved over 1 trillion naira. They should come out transparent with daily briefing from the president on how this money is being spent, so that people can know where the money is going. People want to hear uh, him speak. No matter how busy he is, he should communicate with the people. Okay, so there is still pending court cases concerning the presidential election. Are you saying that litigants are wasting time and resources in court fighting for what they refer to as their mandate? Oh, that's a question. And then he answered, it is the right of disenchanted political parties to tender their opinions, findings, and whatever they have to present to a court of law, and the law will take its course. There were 4 contestants: Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, Rabi Kwankwaso, and Peter Obi. Okay, there is no way for balancing in the country that a northerner would leave the throne after 8 years, and power would be ceded to another northerner. Secondly, Kwakwanso was a member of PDP. Peter Obi was a very strong member of PDP. So PDP, Labour Party, NNPP are formerly PDP. You cannot take 3 and divide it into 1 each and beat one major. So carry out this election 10 minutes, 10 times APC would win, as long as the major players do not change. Our president that was looking very sickly is okay now. He is sound. Hands don't shake again. Success has a way of healing someone. And who knows, it might be a political intrigue. That man is a political maverick in the country, a force to be reckoned with. So he plays on the psychology of people. He knows what he's doing. For years, he has been planning for this seat, and he has gotten it. There is no way you will first of all handle a car steering that it will not stumble. There were some of the mistakes in his pronouncement, each in his pronouncement. Okay, even though they are real and it is something that he needs to do, I believe that some of these things that happened at the few early days were just like a man trying to walk and he stumbles. Now things are getting stabilized with the appointment of the ministers. So the Senate President Godswill Akpabio is doing a good job. You can see. So this guy is obviously a part of APC. This man of God is obviously a part of APC. So what all he has said here, I don't understand where he is. He's supporting APC. Okay? And he's coming out now to say, there's another question. So there's something he has to say here. He said power is going to come to the east, but not yet now. When President Tinubu finishes his tenure of 8 years, power will go back to the north for another 8 years, after which power comes down to the south, and then it will go to the southeast, where a young man is being prepared. That is the man that would build the bridge that repaired this country. I have been told about it since 1993. The man that will repair and really do the good job for Nigeria is from the southeast. By that time, the easterners would be ripe enough to produce the president, and you can be sure Jagaban is going to breed that particular man up like that he did in Lagos State, where he has already killed several successive governments up because kill them off because he knows what it is to govern and be successful. At his age, you should know that he is rich and not looking for any money to embezzle. Hi, nah, this guy doesn't know what he's saying. I tell you, he doesn't know what he's saying at all. This prophet or whatever he is a hungry prophet. Prophet Samson Ayorinde, he must be an APC person. So we are saying that even if Dopa is coming to the southeast, we'll wait for another, after 8 years of Tinubu, we'll wait for another 8 years of Hausa before another 8 years of before it will come to southeast. And you are saying it is going to be hard. This guy doesn't know what he's saying at all. This guy is I don't think it's God that is speaking. So the man that will repair the east is known from the west, but we'll have to wait for 16 years again before Nigeria will be repaired. Is that what he's trying to say? No, this is not acceptable at all. This guy doesn't know what he's saying. He obviously doesn't know what he's saying. This is stomach infrastructure. Let's leave this guy alone. So somebody is saying, man of Satan. That is what they have just called him. Yeah, it's not man of God, it's real man of Satan. Some say Igbos, we should not waste our time on that seat like Nigeria. Okay, I know. Will not deliver mandate to Igbo. Let's do that. We know how to do best. Okay. From Bola Ahmed, okay, to step down for an Igbo man via presidency is a daydreaming that can never come true. Can you imagine? That's what this guy is saying. This guy has given up already. That this president can never give up, can never step down for an Igbo man. Someone says Nigeria can never be built. What a waste British created slave colony and plantations. Nigeria is complete dismantling and disintegration. Biafra is sacrosanct, non-negotiable, and inevitable. Let's watch and see. And that is exactly how it is going to be. So this man that calls himself a prophet is obviously a prophet of doom. He's a prophet of APC. He doesn't know what he's saying. Or he's beclouded by tribal sentiment. So let's have your comment on what this prophet is talking about. All he has said here is APC agenda.